Fox News correspondent Benjamin Hull joins us now. Benjamin, that was Michigan, and they were celebrating El-Quds Day, a celebration of the Iranian security forces. Your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, it's remarkable. You know, I've traveled around the world. I've been to some of the communities around the Middle East that believe in this, and there they stand up and they shout death to America and death to Israel. But to hear it coming from inside Michigan is frankly remarkable. You know, this day, the Al-Quds Day, is in fact banned often in Berlin, and yet here they were celebrating it inside Michigan. And the concern, the worry is that there is a growing move in some of these communities towards jihadi-like movements. Look, Memory, a group that looks and analyzes the kind of rhetoric coming out of these communities, has said that there is a concern here, that these voices are becoming louder, that not a lot is being done to hold them back. And so I think it is really concerning right now that this is the rhetoric we are hearing, both anti-Israel, but also holding America. These communities are holding America to account for what's happening in Gaza. And so the concern right now is that this could escalate and that eyes really have to be kept on it.
So from your perspective, are you surprised when people chant death to America in a U.S. state, in a city, on camera? There's no reaction from the White House, no concern from the State Department, no words from the FBI?
You know, I look back to England, and you look over the last 10 years, there were groups over here, or I'm abroad at the moment, but there were groups in the UK that were saying something like this. And they were behind the scenes, they were raising money, they were pushing money towards some of these groups that were pushing this kind of Islamic talk. And in the UK, they shut them down pretty quickly. If you crossed a line, you said things which were inciting hatred, you were shut down. And so I am surprised at what I'm hearing at the moment, but I do hope that the government is watching closely. And if that is crossed, if that line is crossed, then you would hope that some action is taken.
Fundamentally, this day only happens in Gaza. There's only war there because of what happened on October 7th. And if there's no October 7th, if Hamas doesn't do what they did on October 7th, there's no war in Gaza. And they hide behind civilians, they hide in hospitals, they hide in schools. That seems to be lost on people analyzing what's happening in this war. It's not lost on someone you spoke to that was a victim of Hamas on October 7th. Can you tell us about it and how it relates to your special?
Well, that's right. There's a special that I've been working on for the last month or so. We were back in Israel, and we were speaking to the communities and some of the people who were caught up in the October 7th attacks. And I can say that those are communities that are totally lost at the moment, and they cannot move forward at the moment until those hostages are released. But I sat down, and for example, in episode 1, which came out today, I speak to a 21-year-old Israeli girl who was taken by Hamas on October 7th from the music festival. She was taken inside the tunnels. She was badly injured, shot in both her legs, one of her foot almost removed, and she was held for 53 days inside Gaza. And we tell her story, and we talk about what it was like for her being a prisoner of Hamas. And also, as you see on screen at the moment, we spoke to this woman who lost her entire family, her nieces, her nephews, her brother, her mother. They were all killed that day. And I've spoken to them. We talk about what it was like, how it's like now, but also what the future looks like. And I can tell you that that's one of the things I wanted to evaluate, is what the future looks like, what the relationship between Israel and Gaza looks like at the moment. And you know, it's very hard talking to some of these people and listening to what they went through.
And Benjamin, in fact, we have a soundbite from your special. Let's watch from Maya.
One of them just grabbed my hair, grabbed me by here, by my hair, and pulled me back so everyone could see my face. They were cheering like Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, everyone screaming, everyone happy. It was horrible.
Wow. And she was reliving it as she was speaking to you.
Yeah, she was held up. She was paraded inside Gaza. She was tortured by some of these people, by both a doctor there as well as a teacher there. And, you know, it sheds a light. It reminds us why the conflict began. It reminds us all those people who were killed, injured, taken hostage on October 7th. And I think that's a message that everyone in Israel wants to remind people, that Hamas still exists at the moment, and they want to do everything they can to get rid of the threat to Israel. But again, coming back to what we heard at the beginning, to hear this rhetoric in the U.S., in Michigan, is taking it to another level right now.
I agree, Benjamin. I'm as concerned as you are. And you can stream Benjamin's special, Surviving Hamas, a Benjamin Hull series, now on Fox Nation. Keep in mind, if you want this to end, Hamas could surrender tomorrow, but they rather hide behind civilians. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Ben.